It's Crestwood Coach Conversation brought to you by Wilson Custom Tree Service. We're with head coach Justin Denner. First one of the season last week. You made it a happy homecoming as you knocked off the Owine Huskies 54-14. Coach, how'd you get it done?
I was very pleased with our guys and how fast we started. Got a touchdown, I think 2 plays in, which was huge for us. Offensively, I think we hadn't had a first down on our first drive all year. So to score on the first drive was big, kind of got the ball rolling. Our ground attack, our rushing attack was very solid, and we were able to do some things through the air when we needed to. But all in all, I'm very pleased with our guys and how well they executed Friday night.
And defensively, 6 sacks, 9 tackles for a loss, 2 forced turnovers, and 14 points. Pretty good numbers on that side of the ball. What made it work defensively?
Yeah, I felt our defensive line took a really big step last week. With getting technique and getting things taken care of there. We'd seen pockets of goodness throughout the course of the first 3 weeks where we'd have a good play, 1 or 2 good plays and then a bad play, and this is where we were more kind of 3 or 4 good plays. We still had, bad plays obviously here and there. But it was, significantly much better with our technique, and that's where it started. And, I felt our guys flowed really well. We had some outside backers with some nice pressures to help with, the sack things, but our defensive backs did a much better job on the back end too, to help kind of slow some things down there as well.
Getting back to your running game, 494 yards, 11.5 yards a carry, 6 guys with at least 35 yards, 8 touchdowns. How big of a smile did you have ear to ear seeing those numbers after the game?
Yeah, and it was great for us. We needed that after the first 3 weeks. But we've just been progressively getting better. Each game we've had more and more rushing yards. I don't think this week we're going to top 494. So, but ultimately, the guys that we gave the ball to all ran hard, and it was great for them to see the kind of the fruits of the labor. And then our offensive line just did an outstanding job. We've made a few changes here and there, and they all took it within stride and kind of gave us kind of their most complete game, and that's what we needed from them.
And when you look at the way you performed, and not only getting the win, but the way you performed last Friday night, has that increased a little bit of the energy, getting rewarded for the fruits of your labor, as you mentioned, heading into this week?
Yeah, absolutely. The hardest thing for a coach to do, in my opinion, is to separate the result from the process. And so when when we were, started off the year 0-3 and played, 3 really tough teams, but we were growing each week and trying to get them to understand that, we were getting better, but the results weren't showing it. That's really hard. And so now for us, with, getting that win and seeing all the things that we had that went well and being like, hey, like, see, I told you. Right. So now it's like, now we get the other end of the spectrum of, okay, now let's not get complacent because, we're going to be facing playoff teams here the rest of the way through. And, so we didn't need to still stay focused and still get better. And I think our guys have handled that well so far.
Well, you travel 40 miles east on Highway 9 and face walk-on this week. What are you expecting out of the Indians?
I'm expecting a really, really tough, hard-fought game. It's anytime we play them, it's a very physical battle. They do a lot of different things with formations and so forth that kind of drive defensive coaches nuts, and they do it really well. And so defensively, their linebackers flow really well. They're really, really fundamentally sound. And so I really expect them to play kind of like they played against Independence. I think last week was kind of more of an anomaly than anything else. But I really expect a tough game, and anytime you go on the road at any point, it's hard to win. So it's going to be a battle for us to get over there and be victorious. But one we're excited about and I'm looking forward to.
Well, it ought to be a good one Friday night, Coach. Keep your kids healthy. We wish best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Go Cadets.
Justin Denner, head coach of the Crestwood Cadets, brought to you by Wilson Custom Tree Service.